Day 152. It is our 5-month anniversary of being on the trail. 5 months since Key West. I gotta figure out where we're going here. I hope that gets edited out. We're finishing the climb up Roan. Is it Roan High Mountain or Roan Mountain High? I don't know. But this is what the trail looks like. Still a little bit wet from last night, but really, all in all, it's looking pretty good. Cannot complain at all about the trail today. There she comes. Oh. Sometimes you just have to pinch yourself. We're hiking along the Balds right now out of Carver Gap. Wind's picking up a little bit. I'd like to have some food and call it a night. This ain't a bad way to end the day. Got a little bit of a situation this morning. Severe thunderstorms likely this afternoon. I'm going to try to make about 12 miles to pick up our resupply and then figure out what we're going to do. A lot of what we're dealing with right now is trying to walk through this mud. As Deb is, oh, she's getting around it right there. There we go. So hopefully we'll have a little bit more trail that's like this. Really don't want to hole up after 12 miles today, but you gotta sit there and think about severe thunderstorms, place to stay for the night. Severe thunderstorms, place to stay for the night. Hopefully the severe thunderstorms will not be severe, or we can just wait an hour or two where we pick up our resupply and we'll be good. But first, we got to make the 12 miles to our resupply point. It is a beautiful morning, very windy, not right at the moment, but it was earlier. And this is what we are looking at to our right now. So a good start. Hopefully everything blows around us or blows away or dissipates, and we can just keep on hiking today and not worry about the weather, but it's all right. Did not give the facts early up, but still, excuse me, beautiful day. We're going up Hump Mountain, which is our last big ascent of the day. I think it's 58 or 5,900 feet. And then we head down to the town of Roan Mountain. We're still hoping to pick up our package and go. Looks like there will be a storm moving through around 12:31, 1:30, 2 o'clock, somewhere in there. Hard to tell up here. We'll see how it goes.
Crazy windy up here. There's the view. We've just come across those mounds. Up. Can't really see it, but it's quite a climb. And coming towards us is the rain. Here we go.
Still March 27th. Making our way down Hump Mountain. Wind is pushing us around a little bit. It started to rain, but now it's just the wind. This is what it feels like now. Here at me, making my back cover flat. Even make the rain jacket flat. Flip this around and see what we're seeing. Deal with these rocks a little bit. The wind just died a little bit too. That's good. Top of the exciting conclusion. A little downhill section here. And ta-da! The storm, she is upon us. It's 1:20 in the afternoon. Looks like it's about 15 minutes before dark. We're a little over, well, we're probably closer to 1.5 miles, but at least over 1 mile from our destination for just a couple of minutes, or probably longer, to pick up our package, hopefully charge a phone, have a couple of snacks, grab some water, that kind of thing. We're hoping to make it there before the storm. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Checked the forecast about an hour ago, and it looked like if this did hit us at all, it was going to be more like about 3 o'clock. Just don't get great forecasts here. And then it wasn't even 100% chance. It's like a 50% chance of thunder showers at 3 o'clock. But I'll tell you right now, this is 100% chance of something coming here in just a few minutes. trail stays like this, that will be wonderful. It has been really steep and rocky at times, not conducive to the way we're moving right now, which is probably a little over 3 miles an hour. Good news is we're dropping in elevation. All right, the rain is starting. I've got to put the phone away and concentrate on what I'm doing. All right, a freshly downed tree from the storm today. I've come through it. Apparently I moved it, made it a little bit more difficult for Deb. You need to duck down. You've got a big branch on your backpack. You still do. Just don't let any of it kick around and hit you in the face. Oh, you got it.
That's what you did. Told you it was funny.
This is Mountaineer Falls. We have made our destination for the night. All we have to do is negotiate this. This is the trail right now. But we're at 20.5 of trail, 21.3 overall. There you go. Welcome to our day 154, completing now 22 weeks of our odyssey. We had a forecast originally of 90% chance of rain today, and then 80%, but it changed to 100, and it is 100% chance of rain. Storms didn't come as close to us last night as they could have, and we appreciate that. If we can avoid any more lightning, that would be great. Trail's wet, but doable. Wet shorts, wet feet, yeah, wet boots. You could say, how come you're not wearing rain pants or gaiters? I have both. You got to make choices. How much you're going to carry out here, what you're willing to suffer through. It's in the low 50s probably right now. It's supposed to make it up to 58 today. I'll believe that when I see it. Right now, pretty wet. But we're making good time. Made 3 miles already today. Looking for about 15 more. Important thing is to be warm and dry at night. Probably not bust your butt during the day. We did hit 400 miles on the AT yesterday. Next couple days we'll hit 2,000 miles total on our trip so far. Kind of excited about that. That's a landmark. I say the trail's not too bad. Worst thing is hitting wet rock right now, but like I say, mostly it's just been roots. They'll get you too, but you can usually step between them. That's the report on March 28th. See that right there? That is where we have to cross. About these situations. This really wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. There's a little tricky spot at the very beginning where the rock is a little bit sloped, but if she keeps her balance forward, she'll be alright, but you can't keep it too far forward. I guess this is where the experience of having done a few of these on the Tenhode is paying off. That's right, make sure you get all the leaves off your tropicals before you do this. And here she comes. Let's see how she places that side. That's where I would go. Yep. Now, other foot up, leaning forward, and then over. Good. No, I would not have put both feet there. But you know what? She's always been more coordinated and graceful than I am. Booyah! We're about 11 miles into our planned 18 or so mile day. Might end up a little under, might end up a little over, but sets us up for a 19.5 mile day tomorrow and a 19 mile the next day. And then we'll be continuing right on schedule. We've had another bout of rain and then fog rolled in. In fact, the fog really didn't wait very long. And now we also have a wind advisory, which is kind of weird to have a wind advisory and fog, but we do. Apparently, the wind is not wanting to show itself now that I have the camera rolling. This is one of the minor washouts that we're going through right now. More of where the trail is washed out. We got to get over that. Keep crisscrossing back and forth over this. That water's finding its way any way it can down. And that's it coming from up there right there. Maybe the best washout yet. I'll show you the trail. This is the trail right there. And there's the trail that way. And that's where we got to go. It is day 155, March 29th. This is Laurel Fork. And we're going to take the high water bypass today. Hopefully we gain tenths of a mile instead of losing tenths of a mile, who knows. Got a long way to go. Today was a 21.4 mile day. Which will be our longest trail-wise on the AT. We'll see how it goes. Walking across Watauga Dam, or the road next to Watauga Dam. And that's where we came from. And that's where we're going. Hiking into Van de Winter Shelter. Still on March 29th. We did not get the mileage done that we were looking for when we left this morning, but we left late. I mean, we didn't start till 9:30, and it's okay. Tomorrow, gonna be a big, big day. We're still gonna wind up over 18 miles today. Not gonna complain about getting 18 miles done today. Fairly tough trail. Some motor crossings. A lot of rocks early on. And a lot of rocks I've kept kicking. See if we can't improve on that. We're gonna get up early tomorrow and we're gonna get her done. Let's see how we do. Welcome to day 156. We are 17 miles or so into our hike to Abingdon Gap Shelter, which will leave us 10 miles short of Damascus. Today's mileage will be about 22.8. Could be a little bit more, but 22.8 is what it was when we started today. Yesterday we wound up at 18.3 instead of the 21.4 we were looking for. We just ran out of daylight and ran out of gas. It was tough hiking yesterday. I think you have to take what the trail gives you, and that's what we did yesterday. Today it's been a little bit easier. It hasn't been easy, but it's been a little bit easier. And we're going to be happy to have this 96-mile stretch done in 5 days, setting us up for a short day into Damascus tomorrow. Now tomorrow, we're supposed to have a storm. It's going to start very early in the morning. So we aren't going to miss that. And we're not going past 22.8 today anyway. That is pushing it for us. And we're still going to have to hike in the rain tomorrow. It's a matter of 8 miles, 9 miles, 10 miles. We'll just take the 10 miles, which was what was planned. We did have a forecast that it was supposed to start later in the day, but it's been pretty consistent now for a little bit that it's coming much earlier tomorrow. We're doing the best we can. It's about 70 degrees today. It might only be 65, but I'm telling you, it feels really warm. Not super humid, but it is warm when you've got a backpack on, that's for sure. Going down right now, but that's to make up for all the up we have done earlier. Downs are never long enough. Just saying. Closing in on our campsite for the night. Trail's gonna make us earn it. We're at 22 miles right now, which is our best on the AT. Can't really compare one mileage day to another mileage day too much, but in terms of raw miles, this will be a big number for us. 22.8 when we get into camp. Also, like to say that it was yesterday. Pretty sure it was yesterday. We'll have to add up all the miles when we get to Damascus. But we for sure went over 2,000 miles. So that is a big number for us. 2,000 miles in 5 months and 3 days. In 5 months and 3 days, in 2015, I covered 1,835 miles on the AT. Hard to compare one thing to another, but there it is. Good night, everybody. Day 157, day 36 on the AT. Waking up to a rainy morning, turning to snow, but after we get to Damascus. And we have a bed for 2 nights. Good thing, because tomorrow they're actually calling for record lows in Damascus. "10 miles. My memory is, they're not bad miles, but my memory's been really bad. I told Nemesis that as soon as you cross the Virginia line in 7 miles, that there's a Starbucks. There's usually a line, so you have to wait a little bit. There's all kinds of pastries, and every half mile they have a different type of food, including a taco stand and burgers. None of that's true, unfortunately. This is a little safer than what we've been doing. Trail has often been wet this morning. Well, it is wet, but it also, you see the consequences for sliding to the right. Would have videoed some of this earlier, except for it really wasn't safe to do. What I like to say, I had to have both hands on the steering wheel. We're about halfway through our 10-mile hike into Damascus.